Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be playing a shape-themed Clash Royale deck where we're going to be playing all the cards that kind of resemble a common shape. So we have the Giant Snowball, which is a sphere. We then have the Skeleton Barrel because of the balloons, which are spherical, and then also the barrels, which are a couple of cylinders. We then have a cone with the Goblin Drill, a rectangle with the mirror. The Berserker's in there because she has a cube-shaped hair or cube-shaped buns. I don't know if that's what you call. The bats are in there because I didn't realize how triangular they were. They have triangular teeth, but if you look at their wings are also comprised of like three triangles. Their ears are also kind of triangle shaped, so they're in there for that reason. The log is a cylinder, and then if you look at the spikes, they're miniature pyramids. And then Sparky's in there because there's a ton of shapes here. You can see the pyramids that are there on the log as the spikes on front. You have lots of circles on the actual coil itself, and then on the wheels, and then on the springs. Then you have kind of a cube at the very top for the machine itself. So lots of shapes on Sparky. So this is the shape themed deck we're going to be trying. Technically, you could make an argument for almost any of the cards. I mean, you could say E-Giant has round things and round eyes, but I tried to pick the cards that were the most shape-like. So that's what we're going to be trying today. And one of the things I've been thinking about recently is how the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And this is something that I've learned over many years, but more recently, I guess for a little bit of background, the past several years, I would say the past probably 3 years or so for me have been kind of a slump of sorts. It's been kind of a low period, and I kind of told myself that, I think we're just gonna mirror bats here. I kind of told myself, I'll be happier, I'll be better once I have my dream car. Once I have that, which is a Porsche 911. By the way, it's a great car. I've never driven one in real life, but it's a car that I've seen a lot on videos. I've watched videos, watched reviews of it, and it just seems like a really cool car. It's a beautiful car. It seems like everyone who reviews them has nothing but good things to say about it. So it's a car that I would like to have one day. And I kind of told myself, you know what, I'll feel better. I'll be out of this slump. I'll be happier once I have this dream car. And I've always loved cars ever since I was a kid. So it's kind of a passion of mine. And a few years ago, this was probably 6-7 months after the things started going downhill. It's way late. I got a job at a car dealership where I got to be around cars, and one day we received a Porsche as a trade-in, and it wasn't a 911, it was a 718, which is another, we're actually just going to mirror Sparky here. Which is essentially like a baby 911. It's another two-door sports car made by Porsche. It's not quite as expensive, not quite as nice, but it still has the engine in the middle of the car. So the front, there's no engine in the front, so it's more lightweight, it's more agile. So it's similar in a lot of ways to the 911, and we got one in as a trade-in, and I kind of snuck the keys to it, and I took it out for a drive. I don't know if I was supposed to, but I didn't really ask. I just kind of took it out for a drive because I really wanted to, and it was a lot of fun. It was a very fun car to drive. I really enjoyed it, but at the end of the day, I drove the car back to the dealership. I parked it up. I finished up my shift, and then I went home. And it just kind of taught me that it didn't change anything. At the end of the day, I still had the same life, and that's not to say that the car wasn't fun to drive or that I didn't enjoy it, but it's just to say that I realized that external things don't have any effect on my happiness, on myself, and that if I were to own a Porsche 911, I'm sure I would have fun driving it, but it at the end of the day, it didn't change what was going on in my life, and it just kind of taught me that if you're really wanting, if you're really depending on an external factor to make you happy, not to burst your bubble, but from my experience, it's probably not going to happen. External things don't make you happy. It's an internal thing. So if you're kind of waiting on, I'll be happy when I get that promotion at work. I'll be happy when I can move out of this apartment and get a house, or I'll be happy when I can get a car finally. Most likely you're not going to be happy with those things, because it doesn't matter how much you have or what's going on outside of you. Happiness is an inside thing, and so that's something that I found out, is that having a nice car wouldn't make me happy. It's something that I need to work out on myself. It's something that I need to find inside of me. So that's something that I would encourage you guys to do if you're kind of relying or waiting for something externally to happen before you're happy. I'd encourage you guys not to do that, because very likely it's not going to make you happy. You're likely going to have to find your purpose. You're going to have to be happy inside, and I haven't quite found out how to do that just yet, but still trying, I guess. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.